We suggest you patronize these neighbors for friendliness, courtesy, and value. Ask them for your free merchant driver tickets to this theater. There's plenty of time to treat yourself to something good to eat at our refreshment center.
You'll save money and time. You'll get the best of merchandise and service when you patronize these good neighbors. Shop with them regularly for friendly service and money-saving values.
Get more out of life. Come often and bring your family to our drive-in theater. Visit us often and enjoy our screen attractions in the comfort of your own car. You'll be glad to know that we provide bottle warming service at refreshment stand. Golden pure creamery butter, rich, flavorful, satisfying. That's what it takes for the finest buttered popcorn, and that's what we use. See for yourself why there's no showtime treat to equal the crisp, delicious flavor of hot popcorn that's bathed in real melted butter. It's at the concession stand now.
Pizza!
Pizza! Pizza, pizza, pizza! Everybody loves pizza, and we're now featuring the famous original Tolona pizza. Only the finest and purest ingredients go into the original Tolona pizza, made fresh to your order. And into the oven it goes. Presto, a luscious, hot, crispy pizza. We're now featuring... Hey, wait a minute. Give me another pizza. That's better. Now, as I was saying... We now have delicious, crispy Tolona pizza at the refreshment stand. What do you have? Cheese, sausage, or pepperoni? Take it away!
At our refreshment stand, your wish is our command. So the coffee we serve there is pure perfection.
This is a dill pickle, a mighty pretty pickle, especially when he joins you at the show. We have lots of pretty pickles waiting for you at the refreshment center. They're plump, tender, mouth-watering. Wouldn't one taste good right now?
When you're on a picnic, hot dogs are mighty good this way. But when you're here at the theater, hot dogs are at their best. We start with the choicest Franks. Cook them until they're just right. Make available your favorite seasonings, and leave the rest to you. Everyone likes our hot dogs. Why not get one for everyone right now?
The most popular beverage in America, milk. Refreshing and delicious. The perfect pickup and energizer. Get yours now.
Here's magic, popcorn magic. Only hot, fresh, perfectly seasoned popcorn can satisfy that movie time popcorn craving. So if you like popcorn, you'll really like ours. We start with the best and make it better. Get plenty for everybody now.
Get the item that adds to your personal comfort. Cigarettes, here they are. Get the kind you prefer and enjoy them thoroughly. All the most popular brands.
Get the item that adds to your personal comfort. Cigarettes, here you are. Get the kind you prefer and enjoy them thoroughly. All the most popular brands.
What's to eat? What's to drink?
Good food galore.
Quick as a wink.
Ice cream bars. It's the handy way to enjoy smooth, rich, creamy ice cream. Get some.
Popcorn freshly popped and buttered. Look good? Sure, it looks good, and it tastes even better. Get some now.
Crisp, flavorful fish sandwiches, golden brown and crunchy outside, and tender and juicy inside for a snack or a meal.
Junior, he's always hungry. As for Sis, she's hungry too. Our barbecue is prepared with just the right amount of heat to keep in the natural juices and hold in that wonderful flavor. Aren't they delicious? Boy, does Junior go for them. And Sis likes them too. So come on, boys and gals. Let's have a barbecue.
Way down in old Virginia, 300 years ago, Captain John Smith and Pocahontas shot their meat and aged it slow. They smoked it and they spiced it too for flavor at its best. Genuine Smithville barbecue surpasses all the rest.
Yes, folks, it's 300 years of tradition and taste you savor when you ask for a Smithville barbecue, James River brand, at our refreshment center. In each flavorful morsel of meat, you can smell the hickory, oak, and applewood and taste the rare herbs required for its cure. Here is truly a fresh taste from an ancient recipe.
So go for deep down flavor of the Smithville country kind. Just step right up to your neighbor, find your taste, and lose your mind. Yeah!
Hot chocolate with a magical flavor you won't be able to resist. At our refreshment stand now.
Yes, there's an air that's full-bodied, refreshing. Hot coffee makes any time a pleasant interlude. Won't you have some now?
Hello. You know, when you fix an Italian food, everything has got to be just perfect. Especially when you're making a pizza. I'm going to show you. Looks good? You betcha my life. And it's delicious. That's the pizza you get at the theater. So hurry up. Get yourself some.
The GoreCast is brought to you by American Horrors, the greatest uncut horror channel in the world. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all horror. As well as the station of decapitation without your head.
America's longest running horror channel, www.withoutyourhead.com.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Studio. There we go. What's up, GoreCasters, and welcome back here to the GoreCast on this Sunday. Well, it's been many Sundays. Actually, you need to shimmy over a bit more.
I know.
It's been many Sundays.
Red box in the middle of our thing?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
We do not.
Okay, I was just checking.
What was I going to say before the red box conversation?
Many Sundays?
Yeah, because between Paddy's Day, because there was no point, because no one was going to be around, and then I've been deathly ill. Still semi-deathly ill. Not as deathly ill, but I'm pretty deathly ill.
It's alright, I had my shots.
Yeah. Anyway, so we got some new movies this week.
Yes, we do. A couple of new movies and one kind of old movie that we decided to take to go with because, well, we had ideas for a show a couple of weeks ago and then things kind of went sideways and we went, you know what? Still like that film, so we want to do it. And it kind of ties into one of the films that we received. But to kick things off, we might as well go with some interesting bits of news. And first off on the board for me, something that I'm personally very, very happy with. WonderCon has had a lot of announcements, and one of the more interesting ones, I think, is the announcement that the Swamp Thing TV series being done by DC Universe, which hopefully will be drawing a fuck ton of inspiration from Alan Moore's run, is going to be getting its premiere on the 31st of May. The Swamp Thing, of course, is going to be following mainly the character Abby and the CDC researcher... Oh, crap! His name's... Basically, this environmental scientist comes home and falls in love with a CDC researcher. Things go a little bit... Alec. I want to say his name is Alex something. Things go a little bit...
Baldwin.
No.
No, okay.
Things go sideways. He ends up getting chucked into a nuclear, mutated, fucked up swamp, and then he comes out as Swamp Thing because he Actually, the first film, the first one...
make my branch swing leafy.
It's because Heather Locklear was in it.
Smoke everything in green. Oh my god, I forgot she was in it.
Heather Locklear.
So yeah, the first Swamp Thing movie, for any of you that saw it, did kind of try to take the... I'm not going to say a serious approach because back then comic book movies couldn't take a serious approach because the gods know what... But it did manage to kind of get the main...
English, use your English words there now.
Brain scrambles when I think about the state of comic book movies in the 80s and 90s. Some were good. Blade was probably the best thing that came out of that. But anyway, yeah, so expect the series to be nice and dark and creepy and atmospheric and probably very eco-friendly considering it's going to be, you know, I imagine Swamp Thing tearing people apart when they go messing with the jungle or with the swamp. I wonder is it going to be the interdimensional thing? No, that would be Man Thing. That would be completely different. But yeah, so look out for that. It's going to be fun. What else do I have in news? There was something else. There's something that's really good that we can talk about, but I don't know if we want to talk about it yet because I can see you're busy doing stuff. So I suppose we'll leave it off and talk about it in a few minutes and I find other stuff that was good.
Okay, yeah.
I had something else. I know I had something else. I didn't have something else. Oh yeah, that was it. Ghostbusters is going to be a bunch of kids. Like, definitely a bunch of kids.
Can you... No, Rochi, it's not basically the Toxic Avenger. Your description of Swamp Thing seems to... No.
Toxic Avenger was very, very different.
This guy's more like toxicity made him a man plant, whereas Toxic Avenger is toxicity made him
actually
toxic.
No, he in with Swamp Thing he dies, and basically the spirit of the swamp kind of goes, you know what? I need someone to do stuff, and you were all environmentally friendly, and I pick you. I'm gonna bring you back to life, give you all these mad ass powers, and turn you into a walking undead thingy. So you know that. That was it. Ha.
I can multitask.
Okay. Well, you see, I'm very excited because there has been a poster released for the new Addams Family animated thing, and it basically looks like it's going to be the CGI version of the 70s version of the Addams Family. See, there it is there. Ha! I just love the fact that they have gone back to the 70s animation because it kind of allows for a certain humor that, kind of dark and satirical humor that, while present in the 90s,
I'm getting rid of that. Sorry.
While present in the 90s, Addams Family cartoon wasn't. I don't know. There was times when the 70s one was a little bit quirkier because it's the 60s and 70s and because everyone's probably out of their gourd on more drugs. So yeah, I think it's October.
God knows I was out of my gourd and more drugs in the 70s.
Huh. Okay, fair enough. I think that's going to be out this October 4th, I want to say, but that could be, I'm not quite sure.
You're a world of not actual information tonight.
You said there was a bunch of stories. I had looked. There's actually not a bunch of stories.
I said there was one story. I said there was big news in the world of horror, which was Mark Hamill's going to be Chucky.
I was saying that a little bit better, but since you're here, yes, Mark Hamill's going to be Chucky.
I'm interested.
Everyone was terrified when we found out that it wasn't going to be Brad Dourif voicing Chucky for the movies.
Everybody was terrified when they found out it was going to be a fucking robot doll. Because evidently that's the thing, is from what I understand.
Kind of.
Although I wonder how applicable is that now that they're getting a proper voice actor in? I wonder.
We always had a proper voice actor.
Yeah, I know, but the doll was possessed by a man. This isn't doll possessed by a man. This is evil robot.
Are you sure?
That's what I was getting.
Just because the doll happens to be...
No, as in, that's what I read. As in, it was going to be an evil robot doll.
Well, fortunately,
unless it is Mark Hamill doing the voice.
That doesn't really jive with getting Mark Hamill in to do the voice, considering his most evil voice of all time was the Joker. Which is like the least mechanical...
And Luke Skywalker in the new movie.
I love how he disagreed fundamentally with everything they did with that character, but as an actor, it was his job to work with that shit.
Candyman will not be recast. I read that the other way around. Oh no. They're not going to have Tony Todd back as Candyman?
I knew they weren't. I remember seeing something saying that he wasn't going to be back in it. That's why when you said they're going to be getting him back in, I was like, oh.
Okay, I must have read that the wrong way around. This flu is really knocking me for six.
But getting back to the Chucky thing. Mark Hamill is going to be voicing Chucky for the movie, which is going to be out in June of 2019.
Which is a reboot.
Yeah.
And reimagining.
However,
there is a TV series
being worked on by the original creator.
Which is supposed to be in canon with all of the more recent Chucky movies.
So does that mean Brad Dourif's going to be voicing Chucky in that one?
Shit and hope so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to see him just drop Brad Dourif.
Yeah, I like it.
Like, I don't get why. Like, especially if you're going to be continuing canon, for lack of a... especially if you're going to be continuing canon, kind of through the TV series. It makes sense to keep Brad Dourif. You need that. You need that cackle.
I know. I know you read the thing about it's supposed to be just a robot that goes awry.
Mark Hamill.
No, I can't see him getting in Mark Hamill. One of the most zany and psychotic voices.
I would like it to be on par with his Joker.
See, this is just it.
But not his Joker.
His Joker style-wise, is very similar to Brad Dourif's Chucky. That manic laugh, the whimsical nature, the that. Which is why I think, when you see Mark Hamill is going to be voicing, it's kind of like, okay, it's maybe it's not a killer robot, maybe it's a sadistic bastard after all. We actually got a bit of hope. Yes, it's going to be great fun. Studio's haunted. Yeah. At least it wasn't a hellhound this time.
Yeah, that actually makes a change. He's been wrecking the joint today now, to be honest. 2 seconds, I just need to jump on Twitch and see if we have anyone. Apologies for having to bounce around chat feeds today. I can't get the multi-chat thing to log in. It's all good.
Because technology fucking hates us.
Technology.
Well, I'm banned from YouTube, apparently, so.
Consequence of sound. Consequence of sound? Consequence of sound. Candyman, y'all. Oh, I read the headline of the article. Arseways, evidently.
Fair enough.
Because I was actually, I was like, oh, there's something right with the word. He's like, I know he's like not a spring chicken, but he's not an old fucker either. Do you know what I mean? And from having met the guy in person, he's still as imposing a man to meet, while absolutely lovely, I should just clarify, but imposing by the fact that he's just a monster of a human being. He's
a large person.
He's a very large, like NBA-sized man. Like, towering. I'm not a short guy, and I look like a midget beside this man.
I'm not even going to get into me chatting.
Go to my profile. It's in there. It was one of my old profile pictures. I'm barely up to his shoulder.
I'm just glad I was sitting down for
I'm 6 foot.
I was going to say I'm just glad I was sitting down for that entire panel thingy, which completely took me by surprise.
I liked how you didn't just sit down. You sat on the back of the couch. It's kind of like equal levels.
I had to!
Can somebody get Giz a higher chair? Stat! It's all good. I had you covered. I was directing that. It was fine.
That was just...
Actually, I wasn't directing that. Tony directed that. I had no intentions of putting you on stage to bar saying, welcome aboard.
I had no intentions
Tony
of being
Todd.
on stage until someone came along and went, hey Giz, you're hosting the Tony Todd panel. When? Now!
Type Tony Todd panel into Screamvention on YouTube. It's up. It's a good panel.
Yeah.
Some really good... there was some really good stuff in that panel, actually. You talked all about the Candyman stuff and all of his voice acting, which was cool. And the incidents around Brandon Lee and the Crow and how it changed all the work rules.
Yeah.
And all of that. It was really good panel. It'd be well worth going and checking it out. Get Keith McNeil, get Giz some flack for my boots be fine.
What? Platform boots. Katie, I think autocorrect is screwing you again, or touchscreen, or something like that.
That woman's high.
She is not. She doesn't smoke.
That woman's drunk.
That's a possibility. That's a possibility.
No, it's platform. No, she's just got autocorrected.
Yeah, I figured. By the way, hi Katie.
Hey Pam, how are you?
Hi, Pam.
I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah,
My lovely
and alive.
girlfriend's dying in a hospital at the moment while I try to bring you some entertainments on the internet.
Shall we move on to the review section of stuff? I feel, unless there's something else newsworthy or...
No, I think that the Candyman thing, which thankfully I didn't bring up before it came up.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing that got...
I'm upset now.
Yeah.
I put a bit of a stunter on my day. I
I'm
was actually like...
I'm upset by the fact that the new Ghostbusters movie is a bunch of kids.
That could be okay though. I'll put it to you this way. It's such a wide universe in storyline. Not just the movies, like if you go cartoons, comic books, literature, everything. It's such a wide universe. I'm willing to hold my reservations until I see the actual product.
It's in canon with the original films.
Yes. Because the last Ghostbusters movie
was not in canon. Was in
on paper, before the trailer and everything came out, it all sounded great. I know you had your reservations about the ladies.
Actually, to be fair, I had my reservations about the fact that they were deciding to create a whole new team of women rather than drawing from the female teams that have been in the comics.
Yeah. Okay, look, they wanted to do their own thing. That's fine.
I know.
But sometimes when you go out on a limb,
it snaps.
It snaps, and it snaps badly.
But the comic book version of those characters are actually quite good.
Come rescue you from jail? I can't. I only brought you in there.
Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak. somewhere in the town.
I don't know why this was the...
I have no idea either. Can we get onto the movie
Rodeo
reviews
Cowboy.
before? Yeah, that's disturbing.
I don't know why.
Apparently when Thin Lizzy comes on, he goes into cowboy mode.
Yeah, Phil Lynott puts me in cowboy mode.
Well, they do have that song, The Cowboy. I don't know. Anyway, what film are we starting to review with? Because that was... Do we want to go with the late edition since it was the...
I'll tell you what we'll do. There's going to be a very quick flash of a trailer here for a half a second. It'll answer the question.
When you marry someone, you promise to love them forever.
Baby.
No matter how much they might change.
Brian? Baby, what happened to your face?
It's just a bee sting. From Universal Pictures
Tree is sick or something?
comes a film so shocking. We got a real problem here. So disgusting.
Don't let him in your mouth!
It will change the face of horror.
Marriage is a sacred bond, for better or worse.
Much worse. Chick is hardcore.
Something's wrong with me.
Slither.
We're back. Apologies about the slight blackness there. I was expecting some sort of end credits at the end of the trailer.
Nope, there isn't.
No, it's just like, oh, tentacle arm. Black. Slither, 2006.
Yep, I think it was James Gunn's directorial debut.
It was.
Yeah.
Before he created possibly one of the best universes in the planet of cartoon to movie. James Gunn?
Created what?
Isn't he Avengers? No. Yeah.
He directed
the
Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Or, sorry, Guardians of the Galaxy.
He didn't create anything.
You know what I mean. He made the movie stories.
And he's back because Disney went, oops, our bad.
Yeah. We don't like the way you're going to do it. Fine, I'll fuck off. So.
No, that's not how that happened at all. They fired him because of something that he said 10 years ago and apologized for since, and then went, oh, that was a decade ago. You handled that really well. We'll take you back now. That's great, but I'm working on this new suicide movie over here. Okay, well, you can do it. He is an executive producer on Endgame.
Guess what I did? I went and I slid to DC.
And now he's sliding back for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because it all flopped. Anyway, the directorial debut of James Gunn is quite honestly a schlock horror B-movie comedy masterclass.
I did see that. Roshi pointed out a little thing I was going to mention later on into the... There's a little Easter egg. One of the... do you know... Oh, fuck. Do you know the collector guy?
Yeah.
In Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes.
So, as you're walking through his museum lab kind of thing, in one of the test tubes, there's one of the little worm fuckers from Slither.
Okay, I didn't spot that before.
Am I correct, Roshi? I should have waited for the yes.
Roshi or Roshi? Because I thought you said Roshi there for a minute.
I won't lie to you, I was trying to fancy it up a little bit. Do you know what I mean? I was like...
Did you just call him an old age womanizing martial artist? Huh.
What?
Master Roshi.
No, I was kind of going more French.
Ah, Rocher.
Yeah, Rocher.
Anyway, back to the film.
Yes.
Slither tells the story of an alien invasion by way of these little slug critters that... There's one of them that lands and it sticks a spear into Grant. Grant played by...
Well, not one little slug critter. There's a big slug critter initially who then spears Grant in the chest. And then the little slug critters all emerge from his fat concubine-ish wife.
Not his wife.
In the world of the alien brain, his wife.
Concubine was about right.
Okay, I'll keep concubine.
Because he's got a wife and he's mad about it.
Do you know what? Because it's just, we'll stick with concubine, because that's a word that I love, and you don't get to drop it in enough in conversation, unless you're talking about the Buffy soundtrack.
Yeah, Brenda James is who plays...
Transylvanian Concubine.
Brenda.
That's a great tune. Oh, actually, I think I found one of my songs from the metal show.
What? Transylvanian?
Concubine, please.
Oh, okay.
It's a great tune. It's off the Buffy soundtrack.
Okay, back to the
It's crazy music every time Drusilla. Basically. You know, the crazy cello music that used to kind of like virtually follow her everywhere. Yeah. There's words and everything. Too.
Sorry, Drusilla. I'm back. Anyway, yeah, as I said, alien invasion film whereby, you know, one guy gets stuck with a thingy and then he knocks up this chick.
Not
Brenda.
just alien invasion and then body invasion film.
Yeah, he knocks up Brenda. Brenda starts giving
Well,
her...
we say knocks up. More... There wasn't any conventional bumping of the uglies.
But the scene was very conventional, bumping of the face and everything like that was hilarious.
The two shot that they do is great. They do the standard Hollywood romantic. Actually, if you break it down in like a rom-com kind of manner, it is actually, as long as the sex scene isn't one of the comedy scenes and mad shit starts happening, it is actually one of those sensual Hollywood love scenes. Except that one guy's impregnating another one directly through the stomach with a massive tentacle, and the other woman is none too happy about it and screaming her eyes out until she just kind of does this thing, because they all do this thing.
They're just... When he's shagging her, it's just the two of them, because he goes to the house.
What's the matter about?
Yeah, there's no other chick there.
What the fuck are you talking
I thought
about?
you were on about two chicks being there.
No.
Okay.
There's the guy Grant.
Okay.
He's got a big tentacle arm.
Yes,
the
I know.
tentacle arm is full of, we're going to say sperm.
Actually, there's two tentacle arms in...
Oh, there is two tentacle arms.
Because it turns out you need both of them to actually get impregnated. That's an important thingy later on.
Did I? Oh, I must have missed that. Okay.
It's an important thingy later on. Remember, fucking your man gets stuck and...
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so anyway, she starts spasming out, as anyone who gets taken over by one of these aliens tends to do. Initially, she's screaming in this lovely, as I said, kind of... It's shot like a romantic love scene, but it is by far a romantic love scene.
So it's not long before you have all these slug thingies going around and invading people, killing them.
All right,
taking them
Sarah.
over, and hello. Taking them over and then basically trying to... It's... The thingy that infects Grant is basically described as being a conscious virus.
Yeah.
Going from world to world, devouring whatever it wants, multiplying when it can, and just...
There is one that controls all, and then as it impregnates, it controls all of the things that it has taken over.
Yeah, it's a gestalt
And
consciousness.
then it brings all of those people back, and then they...
Yeah, in order to merge into one larger creature that it basically...
Which then eats all of the things that aren't them, and then devours the entire planet and
before
moves the
moving
fuck
on
on.
to the next thing. We find all this out because one girl
That
fortunately
really
managed to...
put a weird feeling in my lips there. Sorry.
Okay. We find
that
out...
merging noise. I did.
Okay. Anyway, we find
Or
out...
tight leather pants noise, depending on what way you want to do it. Sorry.
We find all this out when one of the victims manages to stop herself from getting taken over by an alien thingy in a really cool way. Just grabbing onto it, just ripping the damn thing out, but it manages to give a bit of a mental connect and...
Yeah. And she does this.
And manages to spit the damn thing out. Trying to combat, trying to go up against...
One or
all
two of
these-
them had the smart maneuver of kind of been like, I think if I just keep you the fuck out of my mouth, would be...
The mayor, what wants you to eat it? What the fuck kind of creature wants you to eat it? Trying to get in my mouth, damn it!
I love that logic. Because what fucking animal wants you to fucking eat it?
Trying to go against all of this is Nathan Fillion in what can only be described as Malcolm Reynolds' former life was a town sheriff, and this is fucking him.
Yeah, it's literally like watching Mal from Firefly, except that he's a sheriff.
In a 20th century town.
In a 20th century town. And he's a little less au fait with the ladies.
Yeah, he's not quite as good, but then again...
If it was Mal would have had her in bed.
I don't know. He doesn't have Nara in bed all the time. He's fixated on her. My point was going to be he's fixated on Starla. You know, the nerves set in.
You know, I'll accept that. I'll accept that.
Starla, by the way, is Grant's wife. And to be fair...
He would have handled it, though, by banging several planets worth of women.
He's not Jim Kirk.
He's so close.
He's not. Even the time that they went to the whorehouse, he had to be practically talked into sleeping with her.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
He's not Jim Kirk. Anyway,
it's not right. It is my job. Like, I mean, it's not like this is, Mal, this is 2050. Do you know what I mean?
I believe
the whole hooker trade's evolved now.
There's a great line at one point in that episode where it's like, he's leaning over, going like, I want to kiss you. And she's like, I wanted you to kiss me since I brought up the gun.
Can I bring this up? I know it's not horror, but there's plenty of horrorful shit that happens
Are you
within
kidding?
the TV series.
Man, even anything with the Reavers, man.
That's what I was going to say. Could we possibly do a Firefly episode, maybe, sometime?
You know I've got all the comics and stuff, right?
I do.
They're
Also
still
have
going.
all of the comics.
They're still going.
I know. I love Firefly so much. We'll do Firefly, we'll do some of the comics, we'll do how...
that fight scene at the end of Serenity is just awesome.
So good. I was going to say we'll do how... what the fuck's his name's gone out of my head?
Shepherd Book?
No. Director.
Oh, Joss Whedon.
Thank you. Wouldn't come to my brain for some reason, even though we're only talking about Buffy. But anyway, we could do a whole how Joss Whedon did the nice thing of people need an end to this goddamn fucking story. They've been waiting 10 goddamn years for a fucking answer to this fucking story.
You mean for the film?
For Serenity, yeah.
That wasn't 10 years.
Well, whatever it was, a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was, people were going mental because they never got an answer really in the TV series as to what the Reavers were. They just kind of were like, these fuckers are evil!
It wasn't just that, it was other stuff.
Oh, there was loads of loose ends, which
That's
they
why-
didn't get to tie everything up, but they did.
That's why the comic started.
Yeah.
You know we are way off topic now, right?
Yeah, I know. It's what happens when you bring Firefly up.
We'll do it at some point. Anyway, getting back to Slither, like I said, it's just a comedy horror masterclass that reaches back to the old days of B movies, whereby there was as much horror as there was tongue-in-cheek humor, and some of the humor is just fucking
Some
fantastic.
of the humor is brilliant.
Unfortunately, I watched this film a couple of weeks ago, and there was one-liners that I had in my head that I was going to say, and I can't remember any of them now. It's fucking irritating, because a lot of them do come from Nathan Fillion's character, but a lot of them don't as well. The mayor. The mayor is one foul-mouthed motherfucker.
He is, yeah.
Stuck in traffic, beating his horn, get the fuck out of my way! And it's just like one of his voters, and there's, hi, mayor. Hi. You know, some chick with her kid, and it's, there's one.
That's so I don't have the labels in. I have to drink it like a 4-year-old drinks out of a baby bottle.
You want a sippy cup? One of the things that really sets Slither up as being high quality is the level of gore. And by gore, I mean practical effects driven gore for the most part. It is just body horror taken to like an extreme amount.
Once Grant starts changing, and boy does he change quick, it is great. Once tentacles start showing up, it's even better.
Oh man, when they're trying to track him down, they've got the map and they're using squids, like little fucking sticker squids to indicate where he was. But at the same time, they're fucking serious. Like they're taking a piss out of small things, but at the same time, they're aware of the fact this is actually a serious lethal threat. They are taking it seriously. They're just, you know, the good bit of humor to deal with the fucking crazy that this is. Slither is a fantastic rendition and a fantastic version of the alien invasion story, the alien body takeover story. Lots of good humor, very well written. One or two parts, they are a bit slow, but it's for the sake of storytelling.
Don't care. If it's slow, there's something funny happening.
Yeah, I suppose Nathan Fillion trying to chat up your one on the balcony on that.
Bad. Hashtag
cringe.
Epic fail.
Cringe. Of course, he does put it out in the end, and it does kind of win out. But yeah, I have to say,
like, in fairness, once the transformation began to happen, there was no amount of charm that Grant can do that'll get you over the fact that my husband no longer has legs and has multiple tentacles and has become a 12-person man.
That first time he walks in and his head is all malformed, it's just like, it was just a bee sting. A bee sting? Yeah, doctor says this happens to people all the time.
So funny.
Yeah. For anyone that hasn't seen Slither, it is so worth a watch.
It's so good.
And weirdly enough, it's one of those films that everyone keeps on putting it into lists of stuff, but it's not a film that...
It's one of the other big famous bathtub scenes because you get to relive that kind of Nightmare on Elm Street moment with Nancy, except that it's this crazy evil alien sperm crawling through a bathtub.
Kylie, that was the character's name.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can't put on a trailer. We've already put it on. What are we going to do now?
Are we finished?
I think so, unless there's something else you want to say about Slither, because we haven't really talked about the story too much because a lot of people may or may not have seen it, and it's
quite possible people haven't seen it because it's one of those excuse me, still it's one of those movies where I don't think it really blew up in the box office.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to a while ago. It's one of these films that always gets put on lists and managed to get a cult following afterwards. But at the time of release, it was kind of like, yeah, that was all right. No one really went overboard. I think I even saw it, and at the time I was like, yeah, that was good fun. I didn't think anything special about it, and I think part of the reason why was because there had been so many like Invasion of the Body Snatcher type films that had been released kind of around the same time. The other film that we were going to review that kind of fit into the thing, and that was part of the reason why it was only made like 6 or 7 years beforehand. I know that might not sound like a long time, but anyway. Yeah. So
7 or 8 years is a long time.
Well, it doesn't feel like it sometimes. Anyway. On to the next one. What the hell?
Sorry, I was just posting the show to the thing, and one of the wrestling pages had Brian Moxley getting a German suplex with a ladder around his neck.
That's what I thought I saw. Ow. I'll be seeing that again soon.
That was a very fast gif, I gotta say that now. That was like half a second, and I was just like, Jesus Christ! That man's neck!
So, yeah.
And now he's left WWE, so there's going to be more of that now, probably.
Possibly.
You want to talk about horror? Whoa! The man has 10 years of a career before WWE, which is just a horror and beer and women.
Blood and chains and
women.
Fire.
There's not the women getting your dong out. Didn't he nail his dick to a board as part of some wrestling match as well? Or a backstage promo?
Okay.
He did a lot of crazy backstage promos, man.
Go see Slither. It's great fun.
Just fucking much just that. Next movie, I think, is Alien Party Crashers, because I was like, we'll do Aliens, and then the Monsters from Beneath.
Yeah. Alien Party Crashers, also known as Canaries, I think.
Yeah, which also makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
When I saw the movie, I was like, okay, the Canaries name actually makes a lot of sense when you watch the movie.
Because of the raincoats?
Well, it's the raincoats, and there was also like a code name. They called them Canaries because of the raincoats and everything. But I'd imagine because they were going for the kind of horror comedy vibe. Canaries doesn't really have a... Alien Party Crashers kind of like, I'm going to smoke a couple of blunts.
Written and directed by Peter Stray.
We're going to do a trailer, will we?
Are we? Oh. Okay.
Well, we did the yeah, because we did the trailer first.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, go ahead.
We'll do a little intro, then we'll do the trailer. Sorry, ordinarily we do the movie, then do the trailer, and then we got flopped around.
Yeah, like I was saying, written and directed by Peter Stray. Alien Party Crashers basically tells the story of what happens when you have a treaty with some time-traveling aliens, and they decide to prove the point that we're time-traveling aliens and we do what we fucking want when we want.
I can tell you what's going to happen. It's going to go badly.
It is.
Oh, so badly.
While American CIA agents, American federal government agents from a department, DOD. They were DOD. They were the section of the DOD. Possibly. Anyway, they're tasked with observing.
Warriors that terrify. No, that's D&D, sorry.
It's
D&D. Virgins till the day we up.
You know it's the age of the nerd now, right?
Die. Yeah.
Cosplay chicks and stuff like that.
Yes. But in no realm of reality is you being able to roll a double 20 going to get you laid. Hashtag real life facts.
Depends on what kind of D&D you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Sorry. I'm going to have to pause the movie for a moment, and I'm going to have to delve further into that comment because I just can't not. What?
Some people have dungeons. And in those dungeons, role-playing occurs. And depending on the kind of role-playing that is, sometimes dice gets involved. Think about it.
Mm-hmm. Is there a dragon?
It all depends on what the mistress is wearing.
Is there a dragon?
There could be if you're into, fireplay.
No, I won't lie to you. Here's the thing. call me crazy, but I feel the dungeons you're talking about probably don't get that deep into the storyline. It's a little more about the action with a rough bit of story done. So I ask you yet again, honestly, are there fucking dragons?
Maybe.
Honestly.
Dude, for all
It's
you
not
know-
Dungeons and Dragons, though.
Hang on a second. I have seen dragon-shaped, or supposedly
I
dragon-shaped.
don't even care. I saw a Gorgon shaped. I know what you're going to talk about as well.
So how do we know what certain toys might look like? There you go then.
That's actually true.
There you go then.
It's true. It's still not Dungeons and Dragons, though.
I'm not kidding about D&D being... Never mind. No, never mind.
I just can't see. I just can't see. It's the same way. I'm on PUBG. Someone told me that there were fucking impressing chicks with their fucking KD level in it, and my mind nearly blew. I was like, what the fuck is going... How the dating game has changed over the years.
But it hasn't. Ever.
Never in my life did having a wicked score at fucking Tekken get you fucking laid.
Age of the nerd. It's not about what it is. It's about the perception of what it is. That kind of thing is perceived as being cool, in fashion, in style. So
Dungeons
right
and
now
Dragons.
it works.
Dungeons and Dragons. I didn't even make up the song I sang.
I know.
That's the worst part.
I'm aware. Why do you think I was able to join in?
I did do a pretty good rendition
I know.
of
I
it
think
until
we
the...
both did.
Yeah.
Can we get back to the film?
Yeah, sorry.
Maybe we should just stick on the trailer and then...
Johnny, where are my dragons? Rochi even said it there. Also, PUBG, your KD gets you laid. Bullshit, I say. Bullshit.
Okay, look, screw it.
Bullshit. Oh, hi. My dragon has appeared. Hi, buddy. What's going on? You're not supposed to be on camera.
Trailer.
We're going to do the trailer?
I think we should do a trailer and then come back and actually talk about the film, since that segued
Okay.
out of control.
But we'll finish on the... I do think they rechanged the name because I think it's a little more horror comedy.
Also,
sounding.
there is another reason why they might have changed the name, but I think we should get into that after we talk about the film a bit.
Yeah. If you say this quite the whole time, I'll just let you on the show. Probably. Where's the mouse gone? There it is.
You don't just attack somebody. You show them what you can do first. And then when you do go in, you rattle them. You scare them. Shock and awe.
It's moving outward.
It's what?
It's spreading.
And reports of bodies falling from the sky.
Who are they?
They want us to see it happen.
They?
They're doing experiments.
We may have a canary incident.
And we're back. So that's Canaries slash... Well, no, sorry. That's Alien Party Crashers, a.k.a. Canaries. Which I do actually prefer the Canaries name. It's just got Canaries.
As we were saying, written and directed by Peter Strahan, this film is...
great.
It's an ECW movie. It accentuates the positives and kind of brushes down the negatives. So as a result, it is a very much story-driven, character-specific story. What? What? Well done, Roshi. You broke him. Thanks. Thanks for that.
He's pointing at the aliens, but yeah, I could totally. I gotta Photoshop that. I can't not let that happen now.
Anyway. One of the best things about this film is the characters that are in it. The story is really good. Basically, like I was saying earlier, the idea is that there are aliens that have a habit of abducting people and then dropping them through various different parts of time. Like you'll get bodies dropped that are maybe 100 years out of time, if you get me. And
Pass or sell by date.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, pretty much, yeah.
Well, wearing clobber from a different time.
But it seems over the course of events, America has managed to somehow contact these aliens and negotiate a deal where they do whatever the fuck they want as long as they don't do it in America.
Yeah, you pick up whoever you want from anywhere and you fly them and do their testing. And what you do is you pop them back in 1950. So we don't have any issues.
Or 1970 if you're taking them from the 2000s, apparently.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Just 30 years back in time where no one will find them and no one will believe them.
Now, this American agency is contacted and basically told, we're going to be doing something in England. Here's where it's going to be happening. You're going to watch. And that's it. They've just been told it's happening. They have to observe.
Yeah.
Now, one of the guys that's in charge of this operation, he's got a friend. She's in the area. So he kind of makes sure she's going to be around so that they can get first-hand information. Most of the story revolves around the attempted New Year's party put together by Steve. New Year's.
It's his birthday as well. It's his birthday party because there was a conversation where they were like, it's going to be hard trying to get people in for New Year's. It's his birthday.
It's a business venture he's trying to start up.
It's a business venture he's trying to start up, but it's his birthday party. Trust me.
Okay.
It's his birthday party. He's trying to show how packed out it could be because he's looking to run DJ nights around these hotels that your man, that's his mate, owns, whose name eludes me right now. Your man's sister,
Yeah, I know,
or brother,
I know.
should have said.
I want to say Nav.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Okay, well, anyway, he's trying to put together this nightclub thingy in this Welsh town that... There's a
His
great...
hometown of Wales.
His hometown of Wales?
In Wales.
Right, there you go. There's a great... There's actually some really
It's
good
for
humour.
for the American audience.
See, this is what I'm getting to. There's actually some really good humour. At one point, there's one of the American agents, and she's trying to pronounce the name of the place, and she can't.
Because no one in Wales can either. It's a joke.
But then it cuts. It cuts to
No, they can. That's like they can.
a Welsh radio DJ, and it has the name of the town, and you're looking kind of going, and then the DJ pronounces it, and you're like, okay. And I can't remember how it was pronounced. Crittich, or something like that, I think.
That's Harry Potter.
I know. I said something like that. Straight. Funnily enough, they use the same character to do. There are times when you're watching films and you know that they've got a limited budget, and as a result, you're sitting there going, come on.
How many times can we reuse a voice actor?
Well, no, it's not that. It's, come on, clearly you're not a big thing because you're using this little screen and blah, blah, blah. And this new agent comes in and actually says, I thought we were a big government agency. We're doing this, and this. And your man turns around and goes, we are a black budget operation buried in the middle of nothing, and this is a watching only operation.
You're lucky we even got a laptop.
Yeah, this is happening. This is happening in England. If this was happening in America, then you'd be in the big situation with the glowing monitors and all the rest of it. It was a nice way of kind of, once again, ECW hiding the negatives and accentuating the positives. We got a really cool, witty story. We're going to hide over the fact that we don't have a
And the
budget.
story is,
these
characters are so entertainingly hilarious.
The ones you're supposed to like, you like, and the guy you're supposed to hate, you hate. Speaking as a radio DJ, Jesus H. Christ, Steve Dennis deserves a slapping.
He's all right. It's the thing. He's that guy that you're like, oh, I fucking hate him, but I love him.
He's a twat. He's supposed to be a twat.
He's a bro.
Some of the other notable characters, like we said, for the most part, this story is, what really makes this story good is the interaction between the characters, some of the comedy moments that happen. There's one of the guy that owns the pub, he used to be the police sergeant. And there's the chat between him and Dennis, and it's like, I used to be your teacher, and he's giving him all these fake names. He's like, oh yeah, I remember you. And he's like, I made that name up. I'm such and such. Oh yeah, I remember it. I made that name up too. He's just completely taking the piss out of him.
Sorry. He's quieter if he's in shot.
Okay. But anyway, this party basically is, it doesn't work out.
No.
The only people that are there are Dennis, his friends,
It's Dennis, his friends. That's it.
The the chick that he woke up with that morning who managed to blag her way in by basically saying her old fellow will call the cops unless she's given a bottle of vodka for him and a bottle of vodka for her, and she's invited into the party. And there's this two of Dennis's friends, or actually we'll get to it in a bit. Basically, rain starts happening. It starts to rain.
Yeah.
When it rains, it's like the
aliens.
They're basically allowing. It's either them transporting no,
There's,
taking over bodies or
meteorological events that surround the
Meteorological.
spaceships. Meteorological. So what did I say?
Metallurgical.
Oh yeah, no, that's Flash.
Yes, very good. I like that. But basically, there are guys there are aliens going around, or it's the rain that takes over bodies and mutates them into these creatures. They're wearing yellow raincoats. They've got long, extended claws, and they're ripping people.
I think they get taken up, and then the aliens make clones of them.
Possibly. They have been proven. It is stated over the course of the film that they can replicate people. Now, the way it's actually really ingenious. The way that the Americans were alerted that this was going to happen was that they were sent a phone that hadn't been invented yet with a photo of it for New Year's 2019, 2018, something like that. Whatever. Point is, it's like the year or two down the line. But the aliens hit. They start killing people. They start dropping bodies that are completely out of time. One of the people that are at Dennis's party, she is basically a friend of the guy that's running the agency.
Yeah.
And
It turns out she was not there as accidentally as she thought she was.
Yeah. She has certain knowledge. So when this stuff starts happening, she kind of becomes aware. She knows what it is, and we start to get an idea of the bigger picture that might have been taking place, whereby there are several agencies that are aware of this. It's all being kept hush-hush. She's probably on her own. Because it's in England, they are actually on their own.
Yeah.
And it just becomes a survival issue, I suppose, for the majority of the film, where they're trying to not die at the hands of these large clawed aliens that are going around dropping things and ripping them to the shreds. And
there's some hilarious fight scenes.
Yeah. Okay, here's one of the times when they managed to gloss over their probably things that they weren't able to do quite well. One of the characters, there's this gay couple and they're friends of Dennis's, and one guy gets in. There's what's his name? Fuck, the guy with the mustache. What is the character's name? No, can't remember. An argument ensues. Somebody gets lippy, says he's going to thump him. The exact response is, "I'm a black belt in wushu." And then later on, there's a fight with your man, and you see the aliens, and there's the typical bit of running away, and he's kind of like, he doesn't want to fight, and he punches him, and he drops back. And then they covered over the fact that your man is obviously not a black belt in wushu by just clever camera angles and stuff like that. Yeah. Although he did do a cool little rapid punch thing that I really liked.
Wouldn't work in real life, but anyway.
The rapid punch thing?
It would not.
There's also, it's things like that. There's some of the fight scenes, you can tell that they kind of needed to work around certain
aspects.
Yeah, and they did it well. They're able, you can...
Altogether the whole movie is a really, really nicely brought together package.
It is, yeah.
It's shot really well.
Yeah.
Shot really well. All of the actors are really good in it. It's the comedy timing with some of the lines that come out are absolutely on point. The aliens are the right level of terrifying / comedic to suit the movie.
It's kind of like once they face resistance and realize, hang on, these guys can actually put up. But then again, they explain it as well.
Yeah.
They say that they're young, they're only after getting down. Give them a couple of days, and you're not stopping them. But
you've on high tubes. What the? I don't even know what that means, Mike. To be honest. You've seen lots of stuff. Does that make any sense to you? What's a high tubes?
Who the fuck is JD?
Johnny Deadly, I imagine.
He's on about you coughing his tubes. HIS.
Oh! That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, he's saying you're dying.
Yes, I am. Yes.
One of the most interesting things about this film is the entire thing is basically a microcosm for most of it.
All right, Kiki.
This is this one attack. You have a great conversation whereby somebody's basically saying this is a show of force because shock and awe, like the Americans use. You go in, shock and awe, and when you want...
You don't give them time to think, you just show up and go, look what we can fucking do.
So the next time you get any communication, it's the other side wanting to negotiate because they don't want to get fucking stamped on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what this is. This is them shock annoying so that humanity goes, please don't stamp on us. This means, and this is the reason why we get this larger picture, and more importantly, at the end of this movie, we get a sequel coming, which I am really looking forward to, because like I said, you get an expansion on the picture in the, on the wider picture that's presented to us in the film. And more importantly, you get to see where some of the characters that may or may not have survived, because we don't want to give that away, might end up.
And most importantly, you get a great, delicious little teaser for what might be the ways to a sequel or an and/or franchise.
Yeah.
Don't know why I did my Sean Connery impression for that.
Yeah, neither do I. Yeah, overall, Alien Party Crashers, or Canaries, depending on... Yeah, it's released as Alien Party Crashers, yeah.
Yeah, it's releasing as Alien Party Crashers. It arrived into our email as Alien Party Crashers, so that's what it's most likely going out as.
Yes. I'm trying to... That's not the information that I want. Oh, no, I don't have release information because I'm more...
Okay, we'll put it in the notes later on.
Okay, fair enough. But definitely worth a watch.
Anyway, it's Sunday night, and as is customary on Sunday nights, myself and Giz have a very similar show to this, but it's shorter, snappier, and it's got loads of funny cutaways, called the GoreCast on the shush, in case people thought it was a different show, on the magical world of American horrors, where this week we're going to be talking about how everyone possibly got brought into horror as a youth.
Yeah, the origins for a lot of people when it comes to their first encounter with the horror genre.
Indubitably.
Coming this Sunday on the GoreCast.
Told you.
Jinkies! Jeepers!
Zoinks!
Holy f***! Dude, you can't say frack or something. This is a kid's cartoon, for smeg's sake.
Mother flipping kids' cartoons. Join myself and the kids this Sunday on American Horrors. We're going to be talking all about the magical world that is Scooby-Doo, 9 p.m. CST, and whatever that equates to in GMTs.
Gory, gory, woo!
Gory, gory, goo.
I had to come up with something for frack's sake.
So what have you three got planned for this evening?
Oh, you know, just quiet night in with the girls.
Bed by midnight, okay?
See? Party Central. Who are these people? They don't go to our school. Relax. Wait, that's my bedroom. This was a bad idea. Why do you hang around with them?
Smile, Sophie. You might really like it.
Are you a virgin?
Hey guys, I'm late for a party. A monster. A fucking monster. A big fucking monster. You get a lap dance and full frontal. You didn't pay me for this shit.
We need to call the police. That giant fucking monster's killed half my classmates. I don't think they believe that.
Run! More outside.
How many of those things are there?
There was a huge fucking monster attack, killed a bunch of people, and this shape-shifting the cage threw me out the window, and I've got this weird X-Men thing stalking me, and you don't have a clue what I'm saying. Brilliant.
We can't wait here forever. How do we get it? Let's kill some fucking monsters.
You've got to be fucking kidding me!
We're back. Anyway, that was the trailer for our show on American Horrors, so make sure to join us on American Horrors at 8:30 p.m. CST, which is about
half two-ish.
About 2.5 hours from now, give or take. We're going to be doing Scooby-Doo. So if you have Roku, use channel code AMHOR to add American Horrors to your Roku listings. And if you don't have Roku, you can also watch on www.americanhorrors.com. And then the trailer after that is for the movie we're going to be talking about next, which is fucking great, called Book of Monsters, which literally does what it says in the tin. A girl's got a book of monsters, and from within the book, monsters show.
Basically, the story tells of Sophie, who is just turning 18. Her friends Mona and Beth decided Mona really decides they're going to organise a birthday party for her. Unfortunately, one of the girls at the school, Aria, is a complete and utter bitch and decides, including this kind of shape-shifting...
Flock-juggling thunder bunt. Is what one could describe her as.
Oh, Aria?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I obviously censored it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, flock-juggling thunder bunt.
Okay. One of the guests is also Pandora, the shapeshifter, who is there
Another
to...
flock-juggling thunder bunt.
Who is there to basically get her hands on a book which her father, who Sophie's father played by Nicholas
Vince, more famously one of the Cenobites.
Yeah. Had given her as a birthday present. Now, this book belonged to her mother. In fact, her mother used to read her bedtime stories out of it when she was a kid before something gruesome happened to the mother, which we're not going to get into. Once Pandora gets her hand on the book, however, things go way off the rails.
Because she finds herself a chunky boy at the party. Because she needs a virgin to sacrifice, and the chunky boy is a virgin. And then she manages to cut a pentagram into him without him really noticing that she's gouging inches of flesh clean out of his chest. Inches. Okay. Inches. Like, it's verging on scarification level of, like, there's no, oh, if I give this 2 or 3 weeks, this will heal up. Do you know, it's like, no, that pentagram's in there, bucko.
Alright, fine, I admit it was a bit. Oh, cool, Camp Death.
Camp Death 3 in 2D!
Yes, Book of Monsters is awesome.
Book of Monsters is amazing. It's so good.
So yeah, once this is done, Sophie's party...
Fucking love Camp Death. So that, I have to say, that is possibly one of my favourite trailers I have seen in easily 18 months. For 2.5 weeks after we did that review,
we were still going
everything was Camp Death 3 in 2D. Oh, God. Love it. Awesome trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer for Camp Death 3 in 2D, go see it. And then once you see it, the trailer doesn't lie about how entertaining the movie is. Go see that too, because it's fucking great. Maze balls.
Anyway, yeah, Pandora gets her hands on a book, cuts a pentagram into this poor virgin guy, and all of a sudden Sophie's party, which is already spiraling out of control,
terribly turned out of control. Poor old Sophie spent most of the party cleaning up after all her fucking cunty friends.
They're not
Sorry,
her
I'm
friends.
just going to say.
None of them were her friends.
3 of them. 2.
Yeah, and one of them, 2 of them are her friends. One of them grabbed onto the guy the second he walked in, and the other is the cute goth chick who is, to be fair...
I like the fact, and I'm just throwing this out there, I like the fact that for once, the cute goth chick isn't the horned up one. Because ordinarily she's the one that gets murdered first, because she's just like, that guy's got a massive ding-dong, and then they go for it. Think about it.
But in this case it was more realistic, because she's kind of all shy and nice.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was refreshing that she wasn't just this horned up.
Anyway, to be fair, once the party reaches a certain level of fucking shit, Mona steps in and calls a halt to it. Unfortunately, it's about that time that the monsters show up and start literally tearing people to shreds. It is brilliant!
We all fixing to fuck.
What?
Yeah. Who isn't fixed to fuck? I don't know.
These 2 are definitely on some kind of government list.
Yeah, probably.
Are y'all fixing to fuck? Who? Okie dokie.
Definitely on some sort of government list.
Who, us?
Yeah.
I know.
Several.
Not even got to do with this either. Anyway, does he have on party halls while sitting?
No, that's a different show. You need a credit card for that.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway,
continue on.
Yeah, like I said, once the monsters turn up, it is just a smorgasbord of viscera, is the only way to put it. The first guy just tears half the party guests in half.
As you probably saw in the trailer. The first guy literally tore one of the party guests in half.
That was his entrance.
Yeah.
Have I missed anything? Well, you missed that.
Yep.
Or maybe you might have wanted to. Now, here's the thing. Sophie lives out in the arse end of nowhere, so there's no way anyone's reaching them. So one of the more clever moves actually comes from Aria, and that is to call the cops and tell them the house is being robbed. I was actually sitting there going, damn, I can't utterly hate her now because she's clever. I can still kind of hate her, but smart is sexy.
Yes.
Simple as that. It isn't long before Sophie realizes that she actually recognizes the monster that's just tearing up her fucking sitting room, because it's one of the ones that her mother told her about.
Yep.
from this, the story continues, and she soon realizes that all of these creatures are the things that she's heard about. She knows exactly how to defeat some of them, and eventually manages to get her hands on the book. Now, we're not going to go into too much detail about the story because it is just out on DVD, but this thing is just so much fun to watch. Mixing in kind of like teen slasher with just all-out monster smorgasbord. It's fun, is what it is. The characters, once again, there's some really good humor in there. There's one of the guys...
Some amazing practical effects.
Yeah!
The monsters look great. People getting ripped apart look great. That leg that lands on your man's car bonnet was awesome.
There's a conversation between two law boys in a car at one point, and it's hilarious.
We've been told to quit our fake Irish accents, by the way.
By who? The fake chick?
Yeah.
Yeah, screw it. Or not. But
probably not.
Probably not. Overall, Book of Monsters is another fantastic film that we managed to discover thanks to it being released by Dread. The first, that was how they were saying.
They haven't knocked out a bad movie yet since they started producing films, man.
Yeah, there's another one that we might take a look at. It's kind of like this actiony horror movie, Black Site.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I spotted it there a while ago. I was going to say it to you after the show, possibly down the road. Take a look at it.
Yeah, cool. If by going by the normal...
Does the one in the glasses have leukemia? No, just a bad fucking temper, dipshit. Anyway.
I don't have a problem watching literally any Dread Central movie because they're yet to disappoint me. So...
Yeah, it's because basically they're making horror... They are horror fans making horror, which is what we love to see. Because one of the things is, a lot of the times, you can have independent movies and they're concentrated so much on trying to kind of go, oh, we can be independent, we can really present a horror movie that's going to scare the pants off you. And sometimes they forget to add in just a little bit of humor to kind of level things out. And also, it in this case, it really adds to the story because it's a bunch of kids and you can hate kids so easily. But in this case, it's actually fun.
Yeah, no, the whole movie, it's gory, it's scary, it's fun, it's hilarious in some parts. Yeah. And it's just shot really well. Looks really good. Music's really good. Practical effects are impeccable. I
wonder would we actually see more?
I hope so. Because there's a full book of monsters.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this was kind of like this one little section that kind of got opened up.
Yeah.
As we were saying, Book of Monsters is available on Blu-ray with a fuck ton of extras apparently, like behind the scenes, commentaries, interviews, things like that. It is a release from Dread, which is a certain quality, and hopefully we'll get to see another one because, to be honest, I think they're fucking cool.
Yeah, me too. You right?
Yeah. Who the fuck are those mic stands?
I don't know. Fuck them.
Fuck
them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this week. I'm used to the trailers being on after we talk. It's kind of...
Yeah, but I just thought it's kind of counterproductive.
I know.
Because then we'd do a trailer and then we come back and say goodbye. So now we have everything done. We just can say goodbye.
Okay. Is there anything else we need to talk about?
No, I'd just say goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome.